Welcome to the Ventura Rock Spot. My name is Pam Baumgartner. The Ventura Rock Spot is a show that highlights artists in and around the 805, as well as the artists who come to the 805 to play. We have a website that we want you to check out as well. Not only can you find out how to be an artist on the Ventura Rock Spot, but you can see past episodes. We have like 24 of them posted right now with artists like Kyle Smith, Crooked Eye Tommy. We have Mark Masson from Shaky Feeling, How to Live with Robots, Jody Farrell, Brother Earl and the Cousins. Like I said, there's like 24 episodes. So dig in and enjoy. Let us know what you think. Our producer behind the scenes is Michelle Hoover, so we want to thank her for doing that, Michelle Hoover and GWC Productions. And now we're going to introduce Jayden Secor, our guest today. Jayden, how are you? I feel like I know you already, bud, but we've never met before.
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So I would consider, and I don't mean any disrespect whatsoever, but you're a newbie on the scene. I mean, you're like 18 years old, right?
Yeah, fairly new. As far as like being more professional, I guess I'm fairly new with that. You know, I just releasing the EP, my debut EP, Behind the Door, has really kind of opened me up to new opportunities. But I mean, I've been playing in and around Ventura for about 4 or 5 years now, just open mics and playing shows just constantly. But it's really nice to be able to have a piece of work to go around and kind of promote when I'm playing kind of stuff. You know, it's awesome.
I have to ask, bulldog or a cougar?
Cougar. Yeah, I'm a Ventura High alumni, so yeah, I'm all about the Cougars.
Very nice, very nice. Okay, so now let's jump into the subject of music and tell me your background and how you developed knowing that you were going to be a musician. How did it all first start out for you?
Well, I was born in Ventura, and when I was fairly young, we moved to Vegas for about 10 years. And somewhere in between, I don't remember the exact year, but one Christmas, my parents gifted me an electric guitar. It's actually that one right there, my first guitar. And I was so excited to get it, but I didn't know how to play it. And it kind of just sat in the corner of my room for a while. And when we moved back to Ventura, something sparked and I just picked up the guitar and really got into it. And I mean, it all just kind of snowballed from there. You know, I started a band with a couple of my buddies in middle school, and I started going to local open mics with the Beers brothers, Mike and Josh Beers. They have been with me like since the start. And yeah, just, you know, really playing as much as possible with older musicians, you know, kind of helping me, like, push me along and give me feedback and really help me along on my journey. And you know, we've ended up here where, you know, I'm releasing my debut EP, and, you know, I've got music that I can show people, and, you know, it's been an awesome journey.
Good. Okay, so I have many questions to ask based on what you just said.
Okay.
But I want to actually have you play a song now so we know the feel of what you're all about. So why don't you go ahead and play a song for us? What's it called for starters?
I'm going to play the title track off of my EP called Behind the Door, the song Behind the Door. And it's all about luck. And I really hope you guys enjoy it. Toss a coin into the well. I'm moved by these cards that I fold. Riptides turn and burn my sturdy frame, but what will my structure show with nowhere to go? When will I know that this road I'm on will take me where it needs to be? When will I know? When will I know that this easy feeling will go easy on me? Easy on me. Does the way I change make the outcome stay the same, or will I still crumble at its sound?
it all away, but it never wants to stay another day with nowhere to go. When will I know that this road will take me where I need to be? When will I know? When will I know that this easy feeling will go easy on me? Easy on me. And I keep rolling down the line, time after time after time. It leaves me wanting more. It's nothing I ain't seen before. What's behind the door? With nowhere to go. When will I know that this road will take me where it needs to be? When will I know? When will I know that this easy feeling will go easy on me? Easy on me.
Very nice indeed, Jayden.
Thank you.
All right, let's go back to talking about the open mics. Now, where were these open mics at? I know the Beers Brothers had a number of them. There was one at Amigos for a while.
Yep.
Where have you been doing these, or where had you been doing these?
Yeah, I have. I did them when Amigos was still around, and it's a big bummer that that place has been gone for a while. But
Certainly
yeah,
is.
Amigos. I've done them at Oak and Main, Hong Kong Inn, Leashless Brewing. A lot of the local places around where they had them, I've been there. So yeah, I would go every week, and I would also do other open mic nights that weren't even the Beers Brothers. I would go out to Newbury Park to do open mics, and there were some various other different ones. And earlier last year, I was going to the winery during the blues jams, and that was a lot of fun too. So it's really just getting out everywhere I can play, and it was a blast. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember going out for your very first open mic? What was that like?
I do. My parents posted it on Facebook, and so every time the memory comes up, they show me, and it's kind of mind-boggling to kind of compare that Jayden to now Jayden. And yeah, it was like a real thrill ride, because when I went there and I played, it was just kind of like, this is something I really enjoy, and I just kept on going back. And then there I was playing every single night, and I turned in to be part of the house band with the Beers Brothers. So yeah, it was a total full circle moment.
Very nice. And that's the thing about open mics. It's such a great opportunity for people who haven't been playing before, and even people that had been playing before, to actually develop your skills,
right,
and become used to operating in front of an audience, because not everyone can do that.
Yeah, it's definitely, and I feel like that the open mics have really brought me to who I am as far as like stage presence and stuff like that. I mean, for somebody my age, I feel like I'm very comfortable compared to others when I'm on stage, in front of people, just because of the amount of hours I put in front of just random people at the open mics.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you mentioned the Beers Brothers. Who else have you collaborated with? Who else have you played with?
I've played with quite a lot of people. Right now, I am currently in deep collaboration with Dylan Garcia and Joe Henry III. They're both local musicians, and they're great people.
Dylan sent me the song that you played on. It was a Tom Petty cover, right?
Yeah. We did a recording of Won't Back Down, and that was a lot of fun. And that was a really cool experience to be working with Dylan. And then we just kind of hit it off from there. And, we're still working on more songs now. So
that's great. And you mentioned Joe Henry. Who else?
So I've played with Joe Henry, Dylan Garcia. I am good friends with Guy Martin. I recorded the album, my EP, sorry, at Black Cup Studio, which is Guy Martin's studio. And me and him have gotten a good rapport too, just, hitting it off with, playing blues, and we're both Strat guys. So it was awesome.
Yeah. Well, I just talked to Guy Martin earlier this evening. And, I was actually talking to him about a different subject, about doing a Ventura Rock Spot. And I mentioned that you were going to be on the show tonight. And he said that he just adored you and he thought you were fabulous. And I said, so do you have any little anecdotes or stories you can tell me about Jayden?
Oh, boy.
He told me about how after you would be done doing a song, you would roll into doing Bob Seger.
Yeah. He got it on recording, and he wanted to put it in at like the end of a song. And I did a really bad interpretation of like singing Night Moves and
Night Moves, that's the song. He couldn't think of which one it was. He knew it wasn't Turn the Page.
Yeah.
But he knew. That's great. That's so funny. And he also said that you're really good at eating all the Twix out of the candy bowl.
Oh yeah, he spoiled me. He like left out these. He's got different bowls of just like chocolate bars around the studio. So when I'm not doing anything, I'm just sitting there like, oh, like I really like Twix. So I would just eat a Twix.
All right. So you ready to do another song?
Oh, sure. Yes. This one's called Patterns. It's also off of Behind the Door.
Stop me now, leaving patterns on the glass, illuminated by fluorescent headlights, and bad dreams coming true, but it's too hard. Let go. We've come too far for no one to know. Sweater weather on its best behavior. The cold lingers in my heart, and clouds are forming and they're brainstorming ideas to get me to you, but it's too hard. Let go. We've come too far for no one to know.
Nice job.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's see. Going back to the EP, Behind the Door, did Guy actually produce it, or did somebody else produce that?
No, it was all in house with me, the Beers Brothers, and Guy. Yeah, it was all just me, Guy, and the Beers Brothers. He, mixed and mastered it all and helped give creative input. And yeah, it was a real treat to work with him. It was a lot of fun.
How in the world did you get to play at the Libero Theater? How did explain that story to me?
So I worked with a program called Notes for Notes, and it's a nonprofit organization that helps bring music to younger, students. And basically, with the help of the Beers Brothers, with Josh Beers, I got into the Notes for Notes program, and I gave lessons during the summer, I think 2 summers. And, just on my free time, I would give guitar lessons. And the people at Notes for Notes reached out to me and said, we have this great opportunity. Steve Miller Band is doing a fundraiser at the Libero Theater for Notes for Notes. And they asked me to join him on stage for a couple of songs. And I was like, heck yeah, I want to do that. So yeah, it was totally an awesome moment because, being able to play on stage with somebody that you listened to growing up is something that's like totally, like I couldn't even imagine it. And it was such an awesome experience.
I can't even imagine having that kind of opportunity. That is so well done on your behalf. Notes for Notes. Now they have it. It's the one over there on the Avenue, right?
So they used to have it there. Yes. They just recently shut it down, which is very unfortunate, but they still have them at different boys and girls clubs all over the states. And so it's still a very awesome program. But yeah, the one at the Avenue, they just shut it down fairly recently. So
now, is that permanently or just because of the pandemic?
I think it's permanently.
I'm just so thrilled to see people like you and other artists coming out of Ventura High, that they're like, there's a whole bunch of you guys that are budding and coming out and producing new music. Do you know all these other artists because they're all actually out of Ventura High School as well, right?
Yeah. I know quite a few of them. I mean, obviously Kyle, which is probably one of the biggest ones right now, who came out of Ventura High.
Kyle?
Yeah, that's awesome. But yeah, a lot of my buddies, I mean, like I said, I had formed a band in middle school and we took it to high school, and we had kind of built, I shouldn't say that we built it, but there were quite a few different bands in Ventura High that we all played the same shows and same venues around Ventura. And it was really awesome to kind of see people like my age. It was awesome to see them, in the music scene.
So as a young artist, one of the things, I help support Ventura's music scene with Ventura Rocks and Writing for the Breeze and everything. And one of the things that I really find disturbing is that there's not an all ages club. I mean, like you could get in, sneak in and do an open mic here and there, but there's no real scene for a younger crew to go out and play and listen to music.
Yeah.
Do you find that to be true?
Go ahead.
Do you also find that to be true?
I do. Yes. I've found that issue, and I mean, I'm still finding that issue. I'm not 21 yet, I'm 18 still. But with the open mics and stuff like that, I've had the same experience where, I try to stay past the 10 o'clock curfew in order to just play music. I'm not there to party and have a good time. I mean, I'm just there to play music and just have fun, and it's really unfortunate that, like you said, there's not a all ages club for people like me to be able to, showcase their music.
It's just wonderful because that ensures that there's going to be a future music scene for us.
Right. Definitely. Yeah. That's always very important.
Yeah. Okay. Why don't you go ahead and do another song?
Okay, cool. This one is called Other Girl. It's off Behind the Door.
When that tomorrow Sunday comes, pack your things and go. You've done me wrong again and again, keeping secrets on the low. I know that you it. I know it ain't right. I've seen you there under his red light. What kills me the most is that I thought you were mine, only mine. So take that back and walk on out, and don't come crawling back. Turns out you were just some other girl. Seasons come and seasons go, but winter stayed too long. My heart grew cold from the rain and the snow, and knowing that you were gone. I've seen your highs, I've seen your lows, and all that it took was a simple no. What kills me the most is that I thought you were mine, only mine. So take that back and walk on out, and don't come crawling back. Turns out you were just some other girl.
So Jayden, I also saw on social media that you were out in Nashville.
Yes. That was always a kind of a dream for me, to go out there to Music City, just because the name Nashville, from a musician standpoint, is such like a big name. And it really kind of lived up to it when I went. And, it was during COVID, so it was a little bit of a bummer, but at the time things were still kind of open. And my buddy Chris Austin, which you guys might know,
I do.
He recently moved out there and hooked me up with a couple different shows to play. And so I played at Full Throttle Bar and Grill and the Belcourt Taps. And it was just an amazing experience. I mean, it's cool to say like I played a show in Nashville. But yeah, it was an awesome experience, and to be able to see the different music scene out there and just the city in general, it was awesome. It was amazing.
Right. So we're running out of time, but I want to talk a little bit about your aspirations. Are you going to be going to college or?
Yes. So I'm currently enrolled at Cal Lutheran. I'm a freshman, and I'm double majoring in music production and business administration. So
Okay, so that's going to help you on both ends.
Yeah. So
Good.
yeah,
Okay.
it's been a real treat. So.
Well, it sounds to me like you're doing everything right. You're aligning with really good people. You're getting your butt out there. You're performing. You're writing. And that's actually one of the things I did want to ask you about is your writing process and how do you form the music that you do?
Well, I'm really a true guitar player at heart. So a lot of this stuff comes from the guitar first, And I know this is so cheesy and cliche to say, but I just kind of play what I feel. And whatever comes to me, if I'm like, oh, that sounds like really nice and I could write something about that, then I'll stick on the idea and just kind of run with it and see where it takes me.
So you're saying the guitar comes first, you find something you enjoy, and then
yeah.
kind of.
Yeah, 90% of the time it's usually guitar, unless there's just like a line that's stuck in my head that I'm like, I need to get that onto something.
Right.
Usually it's the guitar that comes first.
Good. All right. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
You have a great strong head on your shoulders. It sounds like you had a family that supports you like none other.
Definitely.
And the community, Ventura, there's nothing better than this place in nurturing young musicians like yourself. And just very well done. And I'm looking forward to big things from you, Jayden.
Thank you very much, Pam. Thank you.
This is an unreleased song called Astray. fighting out of this thick and thin, reaching out for your hand. Too many times I've wondered what we could be, but I'm better off on my own. That's because I told you, get out my way before I let you stay. Get out my way before I let you stay. I've seen better nights, and I'm going on better days. I can't wipe your eyes off my stupid face, and I've been longing for your sweet embrace, but I know you won't believe me, and that's because I told you, get out my way before I let you stay. Get out my way before you leave me astray. Get out my way before I let you stay. Get out my way before you lead me astray. To get out my way before I let you stay. Get out my way before you leave me astray. I don't wanna be no more with you by my side. So get out my way before you leave me astray.
Well, on behalf of Jayden Secor and Michelle Hoover and GWC Productions, our Ventura TV, and VenturaRocks.com, I'm Pam Baumgartner. I want to thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you next time.